So while I put on my makeup, I'm gonna talk about halls and acoustics and different things relating to that and different stories relating to that and mostly just stories. Okay, so we did the coolest thing last year to get you caught up a little bit. In my youth orchestra, our conductor was the principal trumpet of the local professional orchestra, and he passed away right before our spring concert. And he had been principal trumpet for like 50 years, for forever. Like, the orchestra used to be a community orchestra where it was just a bunch of musicians that got together and like a few violinists, and like it wasn't like a really like super full orchestra and like a professional thing. It was just like a community thing. And Mr. C was in it then, back when concerts were like free and no one got paid and it was just for fun. Like, he's been in it since it began, pretty much. And so pretty much he was principal trumpet for 51.5 seasons. And that's just, crazy. So what we were working on at the time was Triumphal March from Aida, which if you haven't seen Aida or are familiar with it, it is the most trumpety piece ever. You've heard it before, you just don't know. Like, it's pretty much all trumpet. That's what it is. It's a trumpet. It's not a trumpet solo because it's not one trumpet, but like it's a trumpet solely the whole time. And so Mr. C liked to give us really trumpety pieces. It was what he was good at conducting. Who's to blame him? So anyway, so he passed away, and this is getting to the related to halls and acoustics part. So what we did was, in his honor, kind of, and it was actually really cool, we had 5 or 6 trumpets that were professional players, that we got to do this, and they did it because they wanted to, and we thought it was just a really cool idea to honor Mr. C, who went up in the balcony, and during the last, like, finale part where the whole orchestra is playing, and, there's all of the trumpet stuff, big trumpet stuff at the end, there was all of a sudden, like, 6 extra trumpets up in the balcony, and it was, like, surround sound, and they were playing the parts, and it was so cool. And like, there's one really bad, like, iPhone recording of it from someone that was sitting up in the balcony that doesn't really capture how the sound just completely filled the hall, and it is a nice hall. It was a nice effect that we got there. Like, it was just wonderful. It was my favorite thing. Now, at our school, I mean, I've played in good halls and I've played in bad halls. Today I'm going to go play in a really amazing hall. I've heard it's amazing. I haven't played there before. Although, I like halls that are live, but I feel like there's a point where halls are really live, and I'm just not used to those kind of halls yet. And that's the kind of hall that I'm going to go play in today, so hopefully I don't die. But about really live halls, I played in Finney Chapel in Oberlin, and like that's the kind of hall that like Cleveland plays in, and it's really live. I remember, like, this is how live that hall was. We were playing the overture to Don Pasquale by Donizetti, which isn't played very much, so you don't know it, but pretty much what it is it starts with a really huge cello solo, and you're by yourself, and then the bassoon joins you, and you're playing this, and you're playing in unison. You're playing the exact same thing, and it just makes color. There was such a reverb I was messing up because I was playing off of the bassoon's echo. And it really messed things up. And then, like, our conductor wasn't going to conduct it because before I was able to just look at him at our bassoon player and we were together, but we couldn't do that. That was how live the hall was. And then that concert went really well, though. And the liveness actually helped us in the end because we were doing Berceuse and Finale from Firebird, and it just made all the finale stuff even better because the sound went whoosh. That is a professional musical term. And I get to play there again in a couple of weeks and I'm so excited. But like, and it's really great to play in those halls, but then I go to my school concerts and we really need a new auditorium. It is the worst hall I have ever heard or ever played in. I have never played in all the school halls I've played in. I've never played in an auditorium worse than the one at my school ever. Like, orchestra directors come there and they're like, you guys really need to fund a new auditorium. We're like, yeah, we know. Because it's so bad. Like, if you go in there and look, you're like, this is not built for sound. I don't know what this is built for, but it's not built for sound. It's just not shaped right, and the ceiling doesn't work right, and the ceiling's made in such a way where the sound actually gets trapped up there. Like it doesn't bounce, it just goes up there and sticks. Like in really nice halls, the sound goes whoosh, and then it goes whoosh, like individual sound waves. And in our auditorium, it just goes whoosh, and stays there forever. And it sucks. And you can't hear, and because of just how everything works. I'm principal cello. I couldn't hear concertmaster at all. I can never hear concertmaster, and I'm principal. And that makes things very difficult, especially in like string pieces, where it's just strings and me and her need to make eyes at each other and really listen to each other. Nope, that doesn't happen in that hall. So because of that hall, I have learned how to look up. A hall always has something to teach you, really. And just because, I got the first few concerts I did, for a while were at my school, because I wasn't in youth orchestra or anything. And so what they teach us is to have a very full, rich, full-bodied, vibrato-y sound because the hall doesn't help us at all. And so then when I get to a very live hall, it's just way too much. I'm just way too much. Like, it's really, it's too much. And I just think it kind of sucks, at our school at least, that we have an amazing rehearsal room. Because, you hear about how, really good rehearsal rooms don't have any, right angles for corners and things like that, and, everything, and our rehearsal room has all of that. It's an extremely well-made rehearsal room because you can really hear everything. And it's very, I don't want to say dry, but it's kind of dry. But that's what you want. You want to be able to hear everything really crisply. And so we sound really good on live stages, just not on our own. We sound good on everyone else's stage, but our own. I feel like that should be a metaphor for something. Don't sound good on everyone else's stage, but your own sound good on your own stage. I don't know. Anyway, concert makeup done. I'm out. Goodbye.